Hello, I'm Archie Luxury, and welcome to the program. Today, I'd like to conclude my series, Watch Collecting, the Top 25 Watches. And I started this series as a 3-part trilogy, and I only ever made 2 fucking videos. I made the top 10, then I went from 11 to 20, and no fuckers come back to me and said, oh, there's only 20 watches. I mean, fuck, can my audience count? So I'd like to make the final installment. And here we go. Okay, these are the top 25 watches, and this is the final 5. Okay, position 21. I'm going to award to the Breguet Sports Watch. That's right, the Breguet Sports Watch. Now, I did award a position to the Breguet Classic Dress Watch, so this is the Breguet Sports Watch. And Breguet is one of the brands which, you know, so many brands make a fucking pilot's watch, or they make this. Even IWC has jumped onto the bandwagon, putting a shitty ETA inside a fucking piece. That doesn't fucking cut it in my book. Breguet has a fucking proper aviation history. The Breguet brand itself, his son went off to form the Breguet Aircraft Company. I mean, what a fucking history. So I'm awarding this to the Breguet Sports Chronograph, particularly the Type 20 Transatlantic. And this is a piece which was originally designed for the French military, for God's sake. And what a fantastic brand. The Breguet Sports Watch. Okay, position 22. Now, I've already stated in position 1, Patek is so fucking cool. But I kind of said all Patek mechanical men's sort of watches. So position 22 goes to the Patek Ladies 24. And the 24 is a special series of wristwatches just for ladies. There is no men's 24. The 24 is based on the gondola style of watch, and it's only available for ladies. And I gotta say, that's why it gets billing 22, because it's sort of a special genre in itself. And, you know, some people would snigger and say, oh, $15,000 is a lot of money to pay for a quartz stainless steel watch with diamonds. Yes, that's true, but this is a Patek Philippe. And if you want to piss those bitches off at the tennis club, nothing will do it like a Patek Philippe. Okay, position 23. I'm awarding spot 23 to the Rolex Explorer. That's right, particularly the Rolex Explorer 2. And this is really, the original Rolex Explorer is the start of the first Rolex sports watch. An Explorer with a rotating bezel became a Submariner. The Explorer 2 was released in 1972 and had the 2 time zone feature without the rotating bezel. So it was very different to the GMT. The Explorer 2 had a burst of popularity in the late 90s, early 2000s, but it died off a bit when the new GMT was released. And what's happened now is the Explorer's come back in even bigger size. It's come out as a 42mm. I'm giving this spot 23, to the Sapphire Rolex Datejust Explorer. And this is a homage to all those individuals out there who like to be a little bit different and who pursue extreme sports. The Rolex Explorer 2, a classic icon in the watch catalog, and it definitely deserves a spot in the top 25. Moving right along, spot 24. Spot 24 goes to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Ladies. And this is basically, it's like a Rolex Datejust with no date. It's a simple automatic watch for ladies. And this can be had in steel or two-tone. And personally, I recommend the steel for that sporty look and long-lasting. And these are a great thing to buy your wife, girlfriend, bit on the side. Well, maybe not the bit on the side unless she's a bit more than just a bit on the side. But yeah, Rolex Oyster Perpetual Ladies Automatic. What a classic, and what an entry-level piece to let your wife or girlfriend know that you care about her. Okay, moving right along to final spot, spot 25. What am I going to award it to? Now, I've already given number 1 billing to Patek Philippe, but I'd like to give spot 25 to the Patek Philippe annual calendar 5035, which was the first annual calendar ever invented, and it was invented by Patek in 1996 with this model. The Patek Philippe 5035 pays homage to such a great brand and a great complication. It doesn't have the clout of a perpetual calendar, but it put a magnificent complication within reach of upper middle class people. No longer did you have to be Bentley or Rolls-Royce class. No, now on, 5 Series BMW drivers, E-Class Benz drivers, they could now aspire to a complication which had cachet and clout. And do the stupid bitches at the tennis club really know the difference between a perpetual calendar or an annual calendar? No, as long as it's got heaps of fucking eyes, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm Archie Luxury, and this concludes the top 25 wristwatches of all time. Please tell me what you think.